What up, what up, what up? It's Armchair. You may notice my guest today on this beautiful Sunday. This fantasy football game time decisions is not Dubs, but instead we are graced by Mr. Matt Hoffmann. Thank you for jumping into the co-pilot seat here. Appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
It's week 4, and we're already into some teams that are desperate. We're already into teams that don't necessarily know if they're going to be any good or not. We have 2 teams that are usually good that are not in the Chiefs and the Ravens. What's going on there? But more importantly, we have some fantasy bangers to deliver today. So I wanted to start off. We've already got questions in the chat. You have questions, make sure to drop them in the chat. Our first one coming from Jags History, asking, should I start Scatabo or Travis Etienne? I am of the mind that it's probably Etienne, but I like Scatabo today. What are you feeling?
I'm actually leaning opposite. I actually like Scatterbo more than ETN. ETN's on one of my sit lists for this week.
Interesting. Why are you feeling that way about Mr. ETN?
The production just hasn't been there. I mean, I think he had one solid week, but I just haven't seen too much. Bashal Tutin seems to be getting some
He's getting the
extra
vampire.
red zone.
He's getting the vampire. Tutin's the vampire now, and that's always a concern. I am. I'm seeing if I'm adjust. We're adjusting on the fly here. I got to see if I can adjust you over a bit so that we're not cropping you fully out of the picture. This is what happens. Well, you don't have to notice. I notice this stuff. This is what I do. So yeah, I like Scatabo today. I think he's gonna. I mean, he runs hard. He runs so hard, and it's kind of ridiculous. But I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the what do you call that? Uh, remember Ninja Turtles? They had like Rocky and what's his name, the Rhino and the gorilla.
Yeah.
That's what Scatabo reminds me of. The guy's just he's gonna run roughshod through you, and to me that's insanity. That's insanity. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I love the idea of leaving him out on an island, but I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to run hard. He's going to run hard.
Here's my thinking. If they can get to the red zone, it's pretty much him. I mean, just give him the ball and let him push his way through. You know?
There's not going to be anybody else. It's not going to be anybody else. Bashal Tutin was an interesting thought. Like that's a different kind of guy for one. I think that he's maybe getting a little too much attention just because he grabbed some tutties. He is doing the vampire thing, and that makes it more difficult for sure. However, I will argue fully that I don't think that he is going to get all of the attention all the time.
No, and honestly, I don't think I'm starting either one of them necessarily in fantasy, but maybe on a touchdown parlay later, I might have a little Tootin action. So
I don't mind a little risky Tootin, a rootin' Tootin touchdown parlay, but I don't know if I'm leaning Tootin on. That's the best I can do on the camera. It is what it is. Scott who runs headfirst like he's running into a mosh pit, 100%, 100% he does.
There was a thing on TikTok, if you guys remember the X-Men movies, the guy that has the concrete helmet just busting through wall after, that's Cam Scott.
Yeah, 100%. So Jags history, it looks like it's Scattaboo. I'm you know what? We're just gonna go that way. We're gonna go. We'll get away from the Bashal Tootin. Tim O'Toole wants to know Nick Chubb, Godwin, or Rashid Shaheed. PPR flex. Ooh. Watching from Gillette this morning. Let's go. Yeah. Watching from Gillette. We appreciate you. I am Seacrest out on Nick Chubb until he decides to show me something different. 100% out on Nick Chubb until I get to see Nick Chubb of old, I am not going anywhere near Nick Chubb. I don't know how you feel about that. My initial
I
thought on
actually
that
I
is
liked him. I
go ahead.
liked him, but then Woody Marks kind of, he's doing the same thing that Tootin's doing. I mean, Woody Marks is getting, I think the snap count was about the same, and he had maybe like 3 or 4 less rushes in that game last week. So, I mean, it just looks like Woody Marks is just gaining ground on him, and Chubb could be the backup here real soon. So,
I really like the idea of Shaheed, but I think that if Godwin back for sure.
I had not seen that he was back for sure yet, but I could be wrong.
I feel like it needs to be God. It's got to be the same, right? It's got to be the same because if Godwin's in, it's got to be Godwin. If it's not, um, I don't know if you go Shaheed. So I feel like Godwin's my answer if he started. I like Abuka today if possible, but I don't know how we're gonna
I like
see it.
Ibuka more if Godwin plays.
I love Abuka if Godwin's
Ibuka,
playing.
if Godwin doesn't play, Ibuka's going to get number one coverage, and that's not going to be
He's
awesome.
expected. Tim says he's expected to play. I am fine with Godwin today. I like Godwin today. I like Abuka today as well. Um, I don't love anything from the run game on there, but I like the idea of going Godwin there. First game back. If Baker I assume is going. I know he's marked as questionable. Um, but if Baker's going, I would say you go Godwin there. He's going to get him involved. Um, he's going to get volume. He's probably going to get volume, and that's important.
Yeah.
Other any other questions we have in here? No, we have no other questions in here to start off the day, but that's okay because that gives us time to run over the games from today. Currently, we have a game underway, and I know in the past, Jeremy and I used to bust ass. He used to have to try to wake his ass up from a good night out so that we could do these stupid London and Dublin and European games. I had no interest in it. It is 14-3 Steelers. No spoilers, but that's a spoiler. If you're recording this, why it's on already? It's yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Jefferson is actually getting the ball, which is nice. And
Oh,
Rodgers looks almost competent. DK Metcalf, have yourself a day.
yeah, already 80-yard touchdown.
4 catches, 122 yards, and a tutty. Have yourself a day.
Did he? Is it even halftime yet? I'm not looking at the score, but not even
Uh,
halftime yet.
no, it's not even minute 41 left, give or take. So
120 yards in first half.
yeah, it's kind of unbelievable to be honest with you.
But I
Yeah,
mean, when you look at stats, you also got to consider one of those catches was 80 yards. So
yeah,
he's only got 42 otherwise, but on 3 catches, that's not bad. So.
yeah. We got another one from Jags history. Abuka or Drake London in the flex since Godwin is playing. Where are you on that?
I'm going to Buka on that one then. I don't necessarily love Drake London today. I do, but I don't. I don't think he's going to get the fantasy score that people want. He might get some targets and stuff, but I don't think he's going to give you the good fantasy score you're looking for. So I think I go with Buka there.
How are the Commanders' defense? Like, how are they on defense? Because they're not. I mean, they give
They're
up a.
not awful.
What, are you sure about that? They give up 350 yards a game. That's 20th in the league. They give up the 23rd most passing. It's oh my god, like passing yards, 229 a game. 229 a
My
game.
personal opinion, I love Kyle
Oof,
Pitts today.
oof. They give up the 12th most points, and they stop on third down. But God, they're not a great defensive team. I'm wondering if maybe we're all blinded a little bit by the JD5 stuff. Like maybe that's all it is.
Well, and I also first one to point out, no JD5, no McLaurin. That Washington team on offense is going to be practically lifeless. So that defense is going to have to do a lot and could be on the field a lot. That would scare me a little
Yeah.
bit.
Jakes, I would still probably lean into Ibuka. Ibuka's been looking like he's been looking like Mike Evans' replacement real quick. And
Yeah.
I think that with no Evans today, you're going to see Godwin doing Godwin things, cutting across the middle, taking all the nonsense like undercuts and short routes. But you're going to see your yardage, your chunk is going to be on Ibuka. Plus, he's a touchdown threat. I think I like Ibuka today. I have Drake London playing, but yeah, yeah. So I'm in there. Also, Isaiah Rogers, have yourself a career. Left New York and now he's blocking field goals again. Blocked the field goal to keep it 14-3. Guy can't do any wrong.
And that's Roger, isn't he the guy that had 2 interceptions, one for a pick six
Sure
last
is.
week?
He sure is.
Shit.
Jay Beck, I think I got your last name right. If I didn't, Jay, tell me. Don't mind correcting that. Appreciate you dropping in. In a super flex league, take out one of these players: Pickens, Abuka, Odunze, Dart. I have Daniels hurt. Man,
Well, I mean, it's too late. Or no. All right. Hold on. Run that back again. Pickens,
it's a super flex. So it's Pickens, Abuka, Odunze, and Jackson Dart.
take one out.
Yep.
Yikes.
Who are them Cowboys playing again? Green Bay.
Green Bay. Yeah, I think I'm taking him out, honestly.
Jay, I don't
No.
love. So Pickens is going to get targets. He's going to get
Yeah.
targets. But I feel like Dak is going to dump it off to Tolbert and Turd Ferguson and the other guys on that team before he goes to Pickens. Pickens will get looks for sure. I don't think you can take out Dart. It's not wise to take out a QB in a super flex anyway. You should usually play a QB when you're in super flex.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of taking out Pickens. I think Odunze has my game of the game I'm watching, the game I have most shares of is Chicago and Las Vegas. I don't think anybody stops anything in
I
that game.
love Adunze.
I
Love
like
Adunze. He's been having a season to remember already, so I
I
love him.
I like Odunze. I don't think you can take him out. I think we've already talked about Ibuka enough. And Jackson Dart will be better than Russ was, save that one game. So I think you're going to have a solid day if you take out Pickens. Now Pickens could burn me, but we'll see. Danny
Jackson
Finn's
Dart also has the threat of his legs, which you did not get from Russ, so that helps open up the field a lot for the Giants.
10 years ago you would have Russ legs, not today. Danny Finn's fan wants to know if Genty doesn't do it today against the Bears, is it time to panic? I love Genty today. I love that guy
Yep.
today. I've been out on Genty for the first 3 weeks of the season. He played the Patriots, he got shut down, and then he had an okay game, and then another I think he bursts out. I think he breaks out today. I think it's breakout season for Ashton Genty.
I have him for a TD today. I also have him on my he could win your fantasy week this week list.
I haven't
Because everybody else has been so out on him. I think like that could be your one sneaky play, and Chicago's not great against the run. So
in DraftKings. Let's build a Genty line here. I have too many lineups once again. Tell me you're shocked. I have too many lineups. Armchair has too many lineups. What a shock. Ashton Genty is $6,200. If you want to pair him with the guy who I think is going to have the best day, James Cook, I think that you're in a good position. Then you can take either of the quarterbacks in that Bears game. You want to take Geno, he's 54. You want to take Caleb, he's 58. I think both of them can have a day. I like Caleb a little bit better because he can run, might be able to get you a rushing touchdown. And then your defense, let's play a shitty defense. Let's play the Jaguars against the Niners because they still don't have anybody. They're going to be fine, but it's meant to be a shitty play. I'm not going Bowers. I'll go Hunter Henry because he is Drake May's favorite target. Let's toss in.
I don't have a bell, but ding on Hunter Henry all day today.
I like Hunter Henry today. Let's add in some of these players that we've talked about a little bit. We can add in Ibuka because we think it's going to be good. At 68, we would add in Adunze at
Yep, that was
63.
where I was going.
And then, absolutely favorite part of this, we can add in a nice, cheap wide receiver who I think is going to have another one of those days, but not the same kind of day. You add in Trey Tucker for your cheap play on the board, and then you're free. You're free. You can add in McConkey, AJ Brown, Kyron Williams, Debo if you're feeling it, Godwin if you're feeling it. Amarian Hampton against the Giants. Is this the Amarian Hampton game that we're going to be getting? Um, I think I will personally go with Tony Pollard there. It leaves you a lot of money left over. I just like the extra running back in the flex. So there you go.
I think today is going to be the Omarion Hampton breakout game.
So I like it. I like Genty. Genty is good today. Eric Miller, DFS guru Eric Miller. I need a flex answer. Do I go DJ Moore or Hunter Henry? That's
Yikes.
that's tough. Hunter will get looks, but it could also go to Austin Hooper, which is the scary part about the Patriots offense. DJ
They're
Moore,
frustrating, by
I
the
like
way.
DJ Moore a lot today. As I just said, I am financially invested, way too financially invested in that game. So I think that go ahead, toss it on DJ Moore. Toss it on DJ Moore. That's where I'm going. I think that game is like a 30 to 20 something score. I think we're like 50 to 60 points in that game, and I think that it's a good time.
I can definitely see like a 30-24, 30-27, something like that.
Yeah. Dana R wants to know a follow up on the other one there, Pickens or Ian Manor today. Oh, I don't like the Titans a lot. I think this is a must win for the Texans.
Yeah, I think I'm going Pickens there. I do like Manor a lot. He's going to get the targets. He's hopefully going to get the catches. But I think I got to go Pickens there just because we know he's going to get touches. We know Pickens is going to get targets and target share without question.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I think that you go Pickens over Ian Manor. Alec will get some time. Also, good Canadian kid, good Canadian farm boy, Alec Ari Manor. So appreciate him. Matt Sirianni wants to know Justin Herbert or Lamar this week. Justin Herbert is one of my 3 quarterbacks that I am playing this week. Is 3.
You can't go wrong with either one. I do think Herbert will have a better day.
Lamar will do Lamar
the Chiefs
things.
Defense is not great.
No, it's not.
I mean, the Chiefs defense is not great. He's gonna run the ball. He's gonna get his points, but I think Herbert's gonna have a day today.
I like Herbert a lot today. That's my other big game. I have 2 games that I really like a lot today. I like the Chargers, and I like the Bears Raiders game. I don't know, something about Justin Herbert against the Giants feels like it's going to be one of those. I don't think it's going to be an Omarion Hampton game. I think it's going to be more passing. I think Jackson Dart's going to keep him in it, but I like it.
So for a team who has a run first coach, they are throwing the ball a lot.
They're gonna heave it. They're absolutely heaving it. And I like Amarian Hampton as a player. I think that he's got a great future ahead of him, and they're going to do well. I don't know if this is the game for the breakout. Danny Finsfam with his DFS, he's got Williams, Taylor, Gentile, Dunze, London, Keenan Allen, Henry Hampton, and Chargers D. Those are all pieces that I have. I have every one of those pieces. I don't have that lineup, but I have every one of those pieces.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I like every name that I just heard. So
I don't know how you managed to pull that off because Genty and Taylor are all expensive. I guess Drake London's still cheap for some reason. They discounted him a lot. I'm finally off of my Harold Fannin at tight end kick right now, giving it a break. We're just giving him a week off. This will be a week that he goes off, of course, if it's a week off.
I
But that's
will
how
say
she
this
goes.
is where I'm leaning into Hunter Henry when it comes to DFS. I know you said about Austin Hooper, but the Patriots are annoying because you never know who's going to actually get the ball. Like I think Travion has his breakout game today too,
But they've already come out and said that you're still going to see Ramondre. Ramondre's still going to get the
yeah,
ball, and that's a problem, right? Like that's a
I'm
problem.
also like I'm contradicting myself there too because I think Drake May has a day today. I think he's going to throw for 240 yards.
I
So
love me some
240,
Drake May today.
250.
He's not on one of the quarterbacks that I'm playing, but I like Drake May a lot today.
His line, by the way, props on his passing yards. The last I saw, Drake May was 208 and a half over. Hammer.
Yeah, I think he gets over that. Yeah, Lamar is projected higher than Herbert because Lamar runs the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has to against the
Well,
Chiefs. Offensively, what are the
Herbert
Chiefs
can
going to do?
run too.
Xavier Worthy? Is that what we're
Yeah.
banking on? That the Kansas City's now got one wide receiver, like a singular wide receiver. We're gonna go. That's the one. Now they're good again. I don't think so, man. I don't like it.
I'm 100%. I don't know if I'll be the first person to say this or not, but that Chiefs dynasty thing, yeah, that's done. They're still going to be good. They're still going to have good years, but it's not dynasty level. I don't think anymore. I think it is. The flame is out.
I don't think they've got. I think they had a great run and now they're done. Now
Yeah.
they're onto it. Let's go over these games here. Taking a look at what we've got. Let's start with the Commanders and the Falcons. Still waiting on inactives. Obviously, we still have a little bit of time before inactives drop, but let's go through them. Let's see what's going on. I am firmly of the belief that Atlanta has a get right game today. They had a real bad time last week. Real bad.
Yep. Yep.
So don't expect them to lay down and do nothing. I think that they're going to have a kind of a come to Jesus moment and get back into this thing.
Yep.
Commanders
I'm all in on Atlanta. They need to win. They can't afford to have another loss, especially like last week.
Commanders are just down too many players at this point for me to buy into them being good today. That's all. I don't think it's a forever thing. I just think it's a today thing. You're missing your number one quarterback. You're missing your number one receiver. Your stud running back, Bill, is questionable. He's going to play, but he's kind of nursing a knee thing. I don't love that. I don't love that
They
at all.
also DK has Chris Rodriguez listed as the potential starter today.
Yeah, I think that's just because of the knee injury nonsense. But still, I don't love it. I don't
I
love
also,
that.
if I'm not mistaken, I believe also for Washington defense, they're missing a few key pieces. Mikey Samerstill, I think, might still be out. Not sure if he's back yet, but I mean, he's one of your top cornerbacks, just not there.
It makes it a lot harder to win games when you don't have your number one corner. Ask the Patriots, who finally get Christian Gonzalez back today, which will be phenomenal.
Yep.
Looking at, I like Danny Finsan said that his other lineup has Drake May. I like that. I like that. Buffalo at the lowly Saints, the Aints. Obviously,
Buffalo by a lot.
I'm on the Buffalo side. I don't think anybody would be shocked to hear that. If you are, you probably need to watch what the Saints have and what the Bills have because those are very different things. I love James Cook today. I know the Saints are they still have players like they still got good guys, but I think that Buffalo gets up and they just hand the ball. They just feed it to James Cook as much as they can. They could pull starters in this game. I don't know. Maybe
By
I'm
third
getting
quarter.
yeah, maybe I'm getting burned here and hoping that Cook gets a big deal, but maybe it's a Josh Allen game. I don't know. I don't trust the wide receivers yet. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a close one, and I think that you're going to lean on the run game here.
I have three potential touchdown scores for this game: Kincaid, Cook, and Allen. That's it. Over under on James Cook 77 and a half. I'm going over. I think he probably has a 100-yard game today, honestly. But again, same as what you just said, could get burnt. And this could be a Josh Allen runs for 60 yards and two scores.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I hope that it isn't, but we'll see. It could also be who's the other back that they bring in occasionally?
Ray Davis.
Yeah, it could be like a random Ray Davis day. I don't like
Yeah.
that at all. That that also
No,
scares me.
Cook will get the yards, but he won't get the touchdowns. That's how he screws us in fantasy.
Yeah. Another, it's a small slate today. By the way, I need to point this out. We have a Dublin game going on right now, 14-6. Looks like, and then of course because everybody asked for this, we have a double Monday nighter. The Jets and the Dolphins, who by the way placed a futures bet 2 weeks ago on 365, not for a lot of money, just for a little bit of money because I thought it'd be interesting on the Dolphins having the worst record in all of football by the end of the year. And it is getting more and more. I'm in the profit if I cash out now, and that's funny to me. That's kind of hilarious to me. Um, they
Question
are,
is, can they beat one of the other worst teams in the league, being my team, the Jets?
yes, yes, they can.
They can.
They are awful. They would, no. Your Jets will win today. I am on your Jets. We'll get there eventually. But like I don't. What are we talking about here? The Dolphins can't figure anything out. Anything. Not a single thing out.
Yep.
So double Monday nighters means smaller slate today. Plus with the early game, it's just a pain in the ass. So here we go. Cleveland, the Browns getting closer to Shador Sanders season. Day by day, we're getting closer and closer to the great quarterback Shador Sanders making his debut. Oh God, I can't wait for this guy to fall on his face. And no, that is not a dig at anything other than the way he plays quarterback. I think he is terrible. I think he's a bad quarterback. He throws little bloop, 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 flutter balls everywhere. No speed. They're like, he's really accurate. Mac Jones is accurate. Is that
Yep.
who you want starting? Hate it. Yeah. Steven Tao says Josh Allen has to protect his paper MVP. Oh, come on. You know Lamar is going to get there. Lamar is going to get there.
Uh, I wouldn't be so sure about that this year, honestly.
We'll see. Give it 2 weeks. Ryan Clark finally said something I agree with. Can you name any other third string quarterback? Josh Dobbs. I can name my team's third string quarterback.
Anthony Martinez.
Yeah. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of, like, I can't name a lot of third string quarterbacks. It's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it
Oh,
is.
ooh, Russell Wilson.
There you go. There you go. Jameis
Ah.
Winston, Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart, whoever you want on that list can be the third. Everybody's it's all made up anyway. Before we get into Cleveland, Detroit here, Dana R wants to know who should I trade? Who should I target after this week? Herbert and Caleb, Ladd, Myers, Pickens, Ayman, Gibbs, Dobbins, and Bill. Tight end is Jake, Turd Ferguson, and Aronde. Chargers and Rams for your defense.
I don't like that.
I would trade Pickens, to be honest with you. I would trade Pickens if you whatever you can get for him. I think I would look at some of the other wide receiver rooms as they're developing. Maybe a Kayshon Boutte, maybe Godwin's available. Maybe you can get a Rashee Rice off of someone who's been tired of waiting for 6 weeks to pass. We're 2 weeks away from him starting, and then who knows what that looks like. So I mean, I don't mind going after any of those second tier wide receivers for Pickens. I like Manor as a long term hold. I like Gibbs. Dobbins has been oddly consistent, and Krosky Merritt has been kind of the gem of the fantasy drafting world. you may want to look at a tight end. You may want to see if you
If
can get a tight end that can catch.
is this like a dynasty or is this just a regular season long? Because, like you said, Bill is kind of the weird like gem. I would almost try to move him because he's not doing as much right now as you would want him to as the gem of the draft. But somebody might pay up for him in the hopes that he, turns it around in another week or two.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. If it's dynasty, Dana, I would keep obviously, but if it's not dynasty, it's that's not a bad call. Booting Bill, seeing if you can get a tight end. You need more tight end support.
Yeah,
I don't like Turd as your starter. I think if you can get another tier up, you'd be good. If you can get a Fannin Jr., that's beauty. If you can
I
get
would
a
even I would even take a Hunter Henry over him right now.
Hunter Henry would be
Over
good.
third.
Kincaid would be good. Any
Yep.
of those guys would be step up. It is redraft. Yeah, I mean, I'd boot Bill. If it's redraft, go trade
Yeah.
Krosky Merritt. See what you can get. I would even just put it as an offer. Hey, I got this on the board. What are you feeling? How you feeling about that? And see what comes out of it. Because it'll be interesting to see what people are willing to pay for it. All right. Cleveland, Detroit. Obviously, I'm feeling the Lions on this, but is there anything Cleveland can do here? Quinshon Judkins, are you on that train right
Yeah,
now?
I was gonna say maybe get the running game going, but I don't trust any of the wide receivers. I don't trust the quarterback. You even said we're kind of out of the Harold Fannin craze here, maybe. So I'm not sure he really does anything for me. I'm all over the lines on this, except I do have sit David Montgomery this week.
I think it's a Jameer Gibbs day.
Yeah,
I think it's a Jameer Gibbs day. I don't know why. Just strange feeling.
Montgomery did have a decent week last week. I do like Cleveland's ability to stop the run. Gibbs is the passing back, so you swing him out wide and get away from the line, you'd probably be all right. So
I don't hate that. I like that. Um, Tennessee and Houston, couple of 0 and 3s.
I don't really like anything
I
here.
have no definitive line on this game at all. CJ Stroud has been downright below average.
Yeah.
Does that make you want to play Nico? I want to play Nico Collins in this game.
So I actually again have him on my he could win you your fantasy week list because he could just absolutely go off out of nowhere because this is a must win for Houston. And I think if they're going to do it, they're going to do it against a team like Tennessee. They need to beat bad teams. This is a bad team. Go out there and beat them.
I don't. I mean, I don't hate that at all. God, they're like that's a bad game. It's not a fun game. Not for anyone. Houston should win this game, right? Like Cam Ward is not. I mean, he's learning. He's not there yet, but he's learning. I don't love much of what Tennessee has on offense. Houston should have the better game. I still don't trust Chubb. I think they win this.
Alvin Ridley is a shell of himself. Nick Chubb looks kind of like a shell of himself at the moment. I think the only thing fantasy football wise or even DFS wise that you can play out of this game would be Io Manor or Collins, and Collins is going to get you the better score.
That is the lowest line of the week, by the way. 39.5.
You going over or under?
Under. I think this is a 20-7 gross fest with
I
a
was even
defensive
thinking like
score.
17. I was thinking like 17-13. Yeah.
My Patriots are going to play the Panthers. Carolina had their big week last week. Are you expecting more of the same against the Patriots, who are obviously still in the rebuild, learn phase, trying to figure things out?
I don't think Carolina has a week like they did last week. I think New England's defense is better than what they've been playing as.
Actually
Y'all
had the
get
most amount of sacks, apparently. I didn't know that. Even watching them, I was like, no, we don't. I told Dubs that last week. He's like, we had the most sacks. I was like, what? No.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. We did. Crazy. I like their defense a lot today. I think you'll see some. Drake May will have a good day, I hope.
How much are they on DraftKings? They have to be on the cheaper side.
They're on the cheaper side. They're the Patriots defense is 20 something. No, it's 3,100.
Mhm.
Comparatively, the Bills are 37. And that's the most expensive defense. The most there are a lot of defenses that are grossly priced. Houston at 3,400 feels expensive to me.
Yeah, I'm not
Tennessee,
paying that.
and I'm not paying Tennessee at 23. I'm not paying the Giants at 24. I will entertain the Jags at 25 because it gets me cheap enough that I can get whatever I want. And San Francisco hasn't proven much of anything despite winning every game. Like they're offensively, they're not a juggernaut, is what I'm saying, I guess. I like
Right.
the Patriots today. I think they have a good day today. Also, full homer. Go beat Carolina. Just go do it. Just go win.
Yeah, I'm also on the Patriots. Hunter Henry receiving yards, the line is at 41.5 right now. I like the over on that. I also said earlier I like Hunter Henry for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know that Trayvon's going to have his breakout, but I mean, it's got to come at some point. And I don't think there's a better team to do it against. If you want to really show what he's capable of, I think you could do it today, even though I know they said they were going to still be playing Ramondre.
Ramondre and Gibson will still touch the ball. It's dumb.
Your team really like confuses me when it comes to fantasy football and DFS
That's because
purposes.
they don't care about fantasy football. They don't care about fantasy football. They want to win football games. Mike Rabel doesn't give a shit about your roster. He just wants to win the
Well,
game.
guess what, Mike Vrabel? If you want to win football games, play Travion Henderson.
I totally agree. I totally agree. But we'll see what happens. Dana, no problem. Appreciate you jumping in. Danny, with his other DFS, says May, Barkley, Genty, Collins, Moore, Myers, Henry, Scatabo, and the Falcons D. I fucking love that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
If that was a
show.
girl at a bar, I would be all over that. That is yeah. As
I don't hate the
top.
Falcons defense today either. That Falcons defense sounds like a sneaky play there.
Danny, that looks like a millionaire lineup to me, my friend. That is just enough chalk, enough people to piss you off, but you should have a good day with that. I like that a
lot. Copy and paste that into the Discord because I kind of want to steal that for something else other than the millionaire.
We're stealing lineups here. Unreal.
Hey, we build lineups on the stream. People steal it all the time.
I do give out literally everything on the stream. It's what it is. All right. The next game on the slate, the aforementioned Chargers and Giants, the G-Men. How you feeling about the G-Men? Jackson Dart season. We're finally at Jackson Dart season.
Well, I have him in fantasy, so I've been waiting for this day. I've held on to him for this exact reason. I knew it was coming.
Yep.
I still like Scattaboo today. I like Dart today. I'm not necessarily 100% in on Neighbors just yet. Mm-hmm. I don't really know the connection that he has with Dart yet. I need to see it in action. I want to see that he's getting his targets and that Dart can hit him. But
I don't know.
And the Chargers win. Don't get me wrong.
To me, it just feels gross. Feels like the Chargers come in and own this game.
Yeah, I think top to bottom, they own it. But I mean, we got to see some. Giants have to have the ball at some point. So
yeah. Danny, I like that lineup a lot. Tal, which get right game? You mean the Houston get right game? Yeah.
While we're waiting, Quentin Johnston for a touchdown all day.
Speaking of Quentin Johnston, Jags history: DJ Moore or Quentin Johnston. I like both of those. If you can play both,
yeah. Do you have to pick? Do you have to pick one?
I like both of
If,
those guys. So I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I think DJ Moore is a good game. Yeah,
if you
Houston,
have to
totally agree.
pick one, if you had to pick one or the other, which one are you going with?
Quentin has had research. He found his hands. He discovered he was born with, in fact, two hands and can catch footballs. So he's like, oh shit, football, right? Okay, yeah, I can do that. And instead of being a dummy and dropping, I think that you're looking at someone who was like, oh, I should be catching footballs, and now he is. Um, I like, should I bench BTJ for DJ Moore? Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes. Thomas Jr. has not been anywhere near where he should be. Not even close to
Uh,
anywhere near where he should be.
the number of drops he has this year is disgusting already.
Yes. Totally agree. I like DJ Moore a lot more than I like Thomas Jr. And I like Quentin Johnston more than I like BTJ as well. So if I had the option, I would play that. That it's a gut feel thing. I don't think Jacksonville has a particularly good day. We'll get to that game. We're on our way there now, but um, it's that's another gross. That's just a game in the middle of the day. To be honest with you, it's that's it's an afternoon start. San Francisco probably wins. And yes, I know that I've put Jacksonville's defense in a couple of lines. I don't care. Mac Jones will
I
throw a
think this
pick.
game's going to be 13-7.
It's
So
yucky. It's gross. CMC will probably
yeah,
have a day, but we'll see. Seems like
I think he'll
BTJ and
get the
Marvin
yards. I'm
Harrison.
not even sure he gets the touchdown.
Sorry, say again.
You said CMC could have a day. I think he gets the yards and the touches, but I'm not sure he gets a touchdown.
Maybe not, and I'm fine with that. Dana says he also has fingers. He even has fingers. I know. It's unbelievable. Quentin Johnston was like, hands. Right. I can.
It was like last year, the year before, everyone was calling for him to just quit, just hang it up and retire. You suck at football, and now all of a sudden he's just
Well,
here, take
he
this.
figured out how to catch. That's all. Um, yeah, Danny says seems like BTJ and Marvin Harrison Jr. are afraid of contact in a full contact sport. I mean, they're just little fellers when compared to some of the other guys that are hitting them. So Harrison had at least he showed up. I like the. By the way, I like the look of the field for the Cardinals. I like their end zone. It was like the weird like rising sun thing. It was
Yep.
nice. I liked it. It looked good.
Uniforms sucked, but
Yes, field design was nice. Philly, Tampa. This is Baker baking. Are we seeing Philly win out here? I don't know.
I mean,
Philly's
I don't
been
think it's
weird.
going to be a blowout in any direction necessarily. I think it ends up being a lot more competitive and a closer game than people are maybe giving it credit for.
I don't like the rushing attack of the Buccaneers in this one. I'm
Yeah, I'm
curious
kind
if
of.
I'm curious if this goes like I liked Bucky a lot last week. I'm not liking Bucky a lot this week. The number is set at 43 and a half. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say that Tampa can get it done, but Philly's been doing Philly things. Jalen Hurts does just enough to win every game. Not saying he's good or anything. I'm just saying he does enough. And you have Saquon, so
I think this is the game where the hook gets you. This could be 23-20, and that 43 and a half is what gets you.
yeah. Welch says Bucks are killed on the O line. I know. It's part of the reason I'm off on the run side of things. I still think he can get the ball at fast. Godwin's back. Baker's got a quick release. He's also more mobile than people think. The Philly pass rush or the Philly run rush will be good. The run block is always good. I don't know if the pass is any good. They're
Baker,
I don't know.
Baker's still a little banged up, so I'm not 100% convinced how mobile he's going to be. Obviously, that is a part of his game, so I'm just not sure if it'll be quite as much as it normally is. For fantasy purposes, with Godwin, we talked about Ibuka a bunch of times already. Other than that, the only piece of this that I really want is Saquon, and that's just because his name is Saquon.
He,
Like you got to play your studs, right? Saquon is Saquon. You got to start.
I have no problem. I mean, I'm playing Saquon. I have Saquon and Hurts both in a lineup today. So, in my dynasty league, in my armchair league. So, I
Part of me wants to lean the over in that game, though. I'm not gonna lie. 43 seems low for two teams that both do know how to score. Yes, there's injuries yet, but both teams can put up points.
I don't hate that. Eagles are a 3.5 point favorite. I don't like
I
that.
think the hook
The
gets
hook
you.
is stupid.
Yeah, the hook. Even with the 43 and a half, this could be a 23-20 game, and the total is 43.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's dumb. That's a big dumb game. Um, all right, we get into the afternoon slate. Baker runs a lot, especially his mouth. Man does not shut up. He loves it, especially now. Unfortunately, he's got confidence now because he's playing on a team that's won a bunch, and that is a real problem for everybody else because when Baker's feeling good
His
about Baker,
ego, his ego's always been my favorite thing about him, honestly. I never
he's
thought he
dumb.
was the greatest quarterback, but like he was always cocky. He's always bullheaded, wanted to charge into a fight if there was one. I don't hate that about players.
Yeah. Um, Stephen Tao talking, Dana and Danny and Stephen are talking about guys that are missing full contact. I mentioned Tyler Lockett fell to the ground every time he catches the ball, and he's had a long career because of it. But then you also have like your Julian Edelmans of the world and Wes Welkers who were like just killed on every play, just like hospital balls, and just took every one of those hits, and also still managed to have a reasonably like long career, at least in terms of football long. Think anybody that plays for like 9 or 10 years should be considered a long career. That's a hard sport to play for that long, especially at wide receiver. If you're not a giant, if you're not Mike Evans or even OBJ in his peak was like he's not going to the ground like that. So you'll see. I get it. I think that BTJ and Harrison Jr. and I see the skill there. He just needs to catch the ball and you know lean into the shoulder. Maybe do some of those Scattaboo pole running drills. Just run your shoulders into the telephone pole as much as you can.
I'm
The
noticing a trend with some of the younger players that come in when they get hurt in their first year or two, they all wind up scared of contact after that. For
Totally do.
about the last 3 to 4 years, maybe 5 years of drafts, the second somebody gets hurt in their rookie or sophomore year, they are terrified of getting hurt again.
Well, that could be the end of your career.
Yeah.
That could be the end of it. So, um, the Rams and Indiana Jones.
Mm. Indiana Jones has saved my fantasy football for 2 weeks in a row.
He saved a lot of people's fantasy
So
football, and I get it. However, is this the week?
I do think the Rams will figure out a way to win this, but I don't think that Indianapolis is a fluke. I do want to see them play a good team. I know they haven't played anybody super great. So I want to see the real test here, but you still have Pittman. You still have JT. You have a decent offensive line. You have a decent defense. You have a wide receiver who can get open downfield in Josh Downs. I'm buying into this Indianapolis team, man.
I am. I've been Daniel Jones supporter even when he was on the Giants, and they were terrible on the Giants. They were bad. They were not good on the Giants, and I get that. But he had a lot of skill. Like his arm was good. He could run a lot. It just felt like he never had any help. And I mentioned earlier that Jonathan Taylor, like not this year, I mentioned not today, but yes, uh, Jonathan Taylor is the guy. He's him. Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Danny says we missed a question. Of course we did because I gut skipping around, and I have ADD, and this is what the show does to me. So, Henderson or Javonte Williams, Packers defense scares me, and then Stevenson also scares me.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I, eh,
I'm going to be honest with you. Javonte Williams is probably your only offensive weapon in that Packers game that I would consider.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what else Dallas is gonna do. Dak is gonna be running for his life, so I feel like Travion has competition. Javante doesn't. That's where I'm going with that.
The problem with Travion is not that he doesn't have skill or ability. The problem with Travion is that he shares touches with three other backs and the wide receivers and the tight ends. So you have Travion who will get a swing pass, and if he breaks it, could be huge. Like better ceiling is probably Henderson, because realistically he could have 50 on the ground and 50 through the air and two tutties, and you would say this is the day that I wanted him. And does he have the talent to do that? 100%. But Ramondre could also get 14 or 15 touches, not fumble, and score a touchdown. You also have Antonio Gibson, who randomly comes in around places where you're like, why is he in? Why did they put him in the game? And then he'll score a touchdown, and you'll wonder what you're doing with your life. And as a Patriots fan, it is the most frustrating thing about this team. So I think I'm still on the Javonte Williams side. I am playing Javonte Williams in dynasty leagues. I'm still playing him. He's the number one back in Dallas, whether it's a good team or
Yeah,
not. You still got to play him.
I don't know what else Dallas is going to do because I don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball very much. The pass rush is going to be on full blast 100% with Micah coming into Dallas. I mean, that defensive line is going to eat up that offensive line.
I think so. I think so. All right, let's move on to Jacksonville, San Francisco.
None of it. I hate it. I hate all of it.
Danny says his flex options are Javonte Williams, Henderson, Worthy, Marks, Pacheco, and Luther Burt. I like Javonte out of it, to be honest with you. Worthy could
Yeah,
be
all of them. I'm
Worthy's
going
a
Javonte and
Worthy's a risk, but he could also be a good play here.
my other one besides Williams would actually be Woody Marks.
The Woody Marks experiment may have to be studied.
Now, I'm not going to say that couldn't burn you either, so don't shoot the messenger. But I think Woody Marks would be my secondary option other than Javonte if you just really don't feel good about Javonte. But it's got to be him in my opinion.
He's not getting a lot of attempts. That's the problem. But like the Texans have been bad, so like what are you going to do with that?
At some point, I feel like they just have to make a decision to make a change. If Chubb isn't getting the workload done, like I said, Marks has been slowly increasing his snap share and touches, and Chubb's has been slightly decreasing. So
yeah. On the Niners side of things here, you have to play McCaffrey because he's McCaffrey. You can't not play him.
Yep.
Like, let's just be honest with you. How are you feeling about Travis Etienne?
I'm off of him this week. I have him on my sit list. I'm not a huge fan of him this week, but that could just turn around and bite me. He could just have a breakout game. So
I look at that Niners defense and I don't love it. Like, they're missing a lot as we are coming up to 5 minutes from inactives, which we will get you here ASAP. If I can ever, I fucking hate inactives because everybody sends them in so goddamn late. And when they send them in, RotoWire doesn't always update it right away, and then I have to go through fucking Twitter. It's a pain in the ass. Inactives suck. Just why can't the NFL just be like, these are the people that are out? Why can't we do that? I'm gonna wait for everybody to send them in.
it took until Thursday or something to put Dak on the IR. So for fantasy football owners, they waited until the ultimate last second to be able to change your stuff.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating. Danny says he had a Dunze on the bench first 2 weeks for Tet, traded Tet and Henry for Genty and Kelsey. Well done. Well done.
Yikes.
Genty's the win there. Yeah. I mean, I like Henry a
Dunze had
lot, but
35 fantasy points in week 2.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good start. Well done. Well done. Love to see it. As we get closer to inactives, the San Francisco defense doesn't scare me the way it should. I think people are reading way too much into a couple of wins they've had, and I feel like you can do better. I feel like you can do better.
Sneaky player. I thought this could be like a 13-7 game, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was Jacksonville who had 13 and San Francisco only had 7.
I like the idea that Jacksonville has a good game, but I don't know if it's. I think it's on the defensive side. I don't know how much offense we're going to see. That's all. I don't know. It's
You know
I
what I
don't.
would love to see in this game? I would love to see a Travis Hunter interception pick 6.
I would like to see Travis Hunter pick 6 and a Travis Hunter receiving touchdown in the same game,
That'd be
so that
great.
we can hear about it,
Yep.
because he's been a little quiet for my liking. All right, let's look at the last game on our DFS slate for today, which is Baltimore and Kansas City. I'm on the Baltimore side. Shocking, I know.
Me too.
I don't. Kansas City does nothing to scare me. I mean, there's nothing scary about it.
My favorite prop of that game: will Derrick Henry fumble the football in the red zone? The answer is yes.
You think so?
I don't know what's happening, but he's had one in each game, and 2 of those 3, I believe, were inside the red zone.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's fine
I
today.
don't love it. I don't know what's happening with him. I don't know why. I mean, I can't even put him on him. They're punching it out. I had this conversation with a coworker of mine the other day. I kind of like how people have started to figure out Mahomes. Maybe people are figuring out how to get to Henry. Like, obviously, the only way to stop him is to, I mean, gang tackle him, basically. But if you can get one
Sure.
guy that can get an arm in there and punch the ball out, that might be the way to do it. And that people might be figuring that out about him.
I don't like a lot of the pieces in that game.
Hey, Zay Flowers, by the way, thanks for last week.
Yeah, I
Appreciate
can't.
you.
I don't want to talk about Zay Flowers. Fuck that guy. That guy wrecked me. He
Awesome.
absolutely ruined me. I turned the game off because he ruined it for me.
Yep.
I couldn't watch anymore. And Mrs. Armchair was saying things like, "Don't you want to watch the game?" And I said, "Nope, out of
Nope.
fantasy because Zay Flowers hasn't caught one fucking pass." That made me sad. Made me sad. We are 1 minute away from inactives. Get your questions in. Danny wants to know how it would work for fantasy if he does that. It wouldn't. It wouldn't work for fantasy unless you're playing in an IDP league. Travis Hunter would be a beast in an IDP league because you get your fantasy bits. But hey, MVT, I don't need this out of you. You said that's what you get for telling me to bench Henry last week.
Do you have any like spicy hot takes for this week?
I don't know if they're spicy hot. I don't have anything that like that. I don't have. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not infallible. I'll be wrong about things. I just want to point out this fantasy show in particular owns its losses, and last week was a real bad week for me all around the board. Just a bad week on the board. I had like 6 things that I got right and like 10 that I got wrong, and it's hard because you give everybody your advice and people then come back to you and they're like, "You're an idiot." It's like, okay, hold on, let's not do this. If the process is good, then overall you'll come out with more wins than losses. My process is good. um, Wentz reminding us all why he's a back out. Yes. Breakout for Genty? Yes, I like that. Is that spicy? It's a breakout day for Genty?
I think it's time.
I mean, it's
I
definitely
believe the
time.
question earlier in the show was if he doesn't have that week, is it time to worry? But I mean, I think it's time for him to have that kind of a week.
He's due. I've got my first inactives. Obviously, Mike Evans is out. What a shock. So no Jaden Daniels, no McLaurin, no Preston Smith, no Brandon Coleman, no Percy Butler. Commanders are a little hurt. Nothing crazy, but a little hurt. Buccaneers, it's only the 5: Mike Evans, C.J. Brewer, Christian Eisen, Kindle Vildor, and Josh Williams, the running back that nobody was thinking, man, I hope Josh Williams plays this week. Maybe his family, I don't know, probably not, but not me. I wasn't worried about it. So yeah, I own my takes. And I will sit here and tell you when I had a bad week. I had a bad week last week. It was also week 3 of the fucking season, so maybe let's calm down. I have a lot of people that come in. A lot of people, I don't know if you know this, Hoffman. A lot of people like to shit talk. A lot of people will get a win in fantasy, like head to head, and think that means that I've either lost my fantasy touch, or I'm a big dumb idiot. And I love those people in particular. I've had a few moments where this has happened in my life where I've gotten instant satisfaction. Last year, in particular, during the formerly known as the Battle for the Belt contest, when Tank decided to talk shit because he had beaten me in one fucking week, and then didn't. He didn't anymore. We had to lock the fuck in. It's time. Had to lock in. We couldn't wait anymore. Uh, Apparently, you can't try things and different things, and people get real spicy
Tank
about
is
it.
one of the worst people to talk shit when it comes to fantasy.
He loves talking shit. We love Tank though. Braxton
We do.
Berrios is not playing. No Damian Pierce again. No Cam Robinson. No Darrell Taylor for the Texans. God, these inactives are so fucking slow. I hate waiting for them. Cleveland, Shador. Oh no, Shador. Raheem Sanders also out. Um, no Cameron Mitchell. No Demonte Kazee. KZ being out isn't great. I mean, I no Jack Conklin either. That offensive line doesn't look great. So that's kind of just confirming how I feel about that game. Like Jeremy thinking FSU was going to beat Virginia. Wasn't he there? Yeah, I think he was. He was doing his Virginia things
That
in
game,
his
that game was
Texas.
insane.
That game was insane. Also, for not cussing Colin Green, roll tide, baby, roll tide. Tank is going to be
Yeah.
insufferable tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes, he will be.
I can't wait to hear about how they must have cheated or something. Or the
Also, I
ghost
believe
of
it
Nick
was
Saban.
Jeremy who said that Georgia was just going to come in there and steamroll them. So I mean, they're both on the wrong side of that one.
Jeremy did admit in the Discord, if you're not in the Discord, that he was wrong about Alabama. So I don't watch it. Listen, I don't watch college. I gave the internet an opportunity to pick a college football team for me, and they chose Alabama. So I am unofficially a Roll Tide fan. I have no Bama swag. I have no vested interest, and I hardly ever watch. But when they do win, I make sure to give everybody a Roll Tide. Just a
I'm a
little Roll Tide.
Michigan guy, so the whole Alabama Georgia thing doesn't really have any effect on me. But I'm a
Like
Michigan fan.
straight Michigan, not a Michigan State.
Yes, straight
Straight
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Yep.
Little JJ McCarthy love there.
Oh yeah.
Except now, where he's terrible.
Him and Blake Corum, who get 1 and 2 yard rushes on once every I don't know third game, something like that.
Jeremy stayed home. He sold his tickets. Is that because he had the illness? Was he fighting the illness? I think
Oh
him and Amy
no,
were.
that was they were worried about weather. There was supposed to be like a
Oh, right.
monsoon or something down
Yeah,
there originally.
yeah. Danny says hurricanes, baby. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We're waiting.
I've got an interesting take since we're still waiting on some extra inactives.
Yep.
Matthew Golden and Chris Olave will both be top 12 wide receivers this week.
Okay.
Did you know, by the way, interesting stat, did you know that Chris Olave leads the league in targets?
Who else
going
is going
into
to
week
catch
4?
passes there?
No, I mean leads the whole league in
I know.
targets, though. I mean, come on.
I know.
But I think he finally gets some catches. I know they're playing Bills, and I'm not saying that they're going to win, but I think him and Matthew Golden, this will be his week. They have some serious injuries on the Green Bay Packer wide receiver room, which is why they have 19 of them.
God, the Vikings are terrible.
Yeah, they're bad.
Kenny Gainwell has 2 touchdowns. Raise your hand if you had that today.
I know he had the first one. That was the only one I had seen so far. I'm not watching.
He has 2 touchdowns. It is 21-6 Steelers. Have yourself a day, Pittsburgh. I'm not seeing anything on the inactives that's coming through that's making me change my mind on anything. I think we're still waiting on a couple. So no Jalen Warren today, obviously, for the Steelers is probably why we're seeing Kenny Gainwell so much, obviously.
I was wondering, there was a name I was missing there. Why is Gainwell getting all these touches? And
yeah, it's Jalen Warren. Warren out.
Okay.
Had to make sure I got that early. I hope nobody missed benching anybody because we weren't live. I apologize if we were. Oh, the rain.
The guy I'm up against right now in one of my leagues has Jalen Warren as his RB1. Oh, feel bad for that guy.
Oh, feels bad. Feels bad, man.
Feel bad for that
guy. All right. No other questions in chat. You guys good? Everybody good? Everybody's feeling good. I hope you win today, unless you're playing.
Do you have any? I got some questions. Yep. If you're interested, you got any props you like or any touchdown? You got Dubs is usually the parlay builder on the show. So you got any like touchdowns or anything?
I hate prop bets so much because they are built. They're built so no Caleb. A little bit of Caleb, but not enough Caleb to matter. Caleb has. Sorry, we'll get to props in a second. 2 carries for 3 yards.
Cool.
Yeah, big game, Caleb Johnson. Everybody that was trying to no sell me taking Caleb Johnson and saying you should pick that guy up, hard pass. You didn't get me. You almost got me, but you didn't. I like Lamar to score a touchdown on the ground. I think he gets in. I don't know what here. Let me look. Let me pull up the old Bet365, which is the only sports book that I can use. Why? Because Tao says Kolar gets in the end zone today. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Here, let's do an over-under. This is what we'll do. Our last segment of the show, because Dubs is usually here. Dubs is preoccupied today. So let's do a over-under. Herbert, over 1.5 or under 1.5 touchdowns today.
Over.
I also think over. James Cook, over 78.5 yards. Yes.
Over.
Yeah.
Love it.
Brock Purdy, over or under 1.5 touchdowns today? I'm going under.
Under. Well, is CMC going to run for his touchdowns or is he going to catch swing passes for his touchdowns? Because then it counts for Purdy. I'm going now. I'll go under.
We'll take that one off. It's easy. I can take it off. This is a free thing on this. Danny says over. Are we going over? Because it's free, so it doesn't bother me.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that it's not just CMC rushing, but he might catch a pass.
Kayshon Boutte, over 27.5 yards. I'm going over.
Over.
Let's. Emeka Ibuka, over 57.5 yards. I'm over on that instead of under.
I'm over now that I know Godwin's playing. Yeah.
Josh Allen rush yards, 25.5.
Under.
Interesting.
I don't think he's going to have to run. The Saints can't. They don't rush well. So all he's got to do
is not a lot though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going over. I'm gonna spin your face and go over. This is what we're gonna do. All right. If we lock that in. If I win, it's $40, and that's what we'll do. It's over under on Bet365. There is no affiliates, so I can give you a link, but you just sign up on your own. They won't give me shit for it. So I
All
like
right.
I like yeah. James Cook is my guy today. Take James Cook. I like Jonathan Taylor today. If you're going running backs, Cook, Taylor, um, Jameer Gibbs will have something. You'll have something. I don't know if it's anytime touchdown is probably fine. So
I'll do a quick little touchdown
yep.
list here. I got Jampy, Josh Jacobs, J.K. Dobbins, even though that's tomorrow, it doesn't help you today. Quentin Johnson, James Cook, Bashal Tutin, Roman Dunze. Those are my favorite touchdown plays.
Uh, Appreciate you jumping in, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
That's it, guys. That's all we're gonna do today. Dubs will be back with me Wednesday for Great North Sports.